I was recently reminded about how important it is to say yes. I think as you get older, your fight or flight senses almost grow stronger in an attempt to keep you safe. Or maybe it's just the never-ending external forces conditioning your brain to avoid scary things. And that list of scary things just gets longer and longer with each passing day. Wanna go outside? Okay. I really feel like expansion comes from those micro moments where your subconscious is telling you no, but you fight through it and you say yes instead. Reflecting on my life as a 34-year-old adult who honestly still feels like she's still 20, I can confidently say that I've experienced a lot of unique moments and chapters, all because I simply went against the grain and said yes.
Oh my God,
Oh my God. Definitely the most amazing waterfall in all of Costa Rica.
I've slowly almost felt as though it's creeping away as I've settled into the necessary and somewhat mundane parts of everyday life. And of growing up, if you will. Starting a business, running said business, buying a house, selling a house, buying a bigger house with way more responsibility. And obviously everything in between are just heavy decisions that are necessary and, don't get me wrong, a beautiful part of life. But they can almost pull you away from that instinctual self that encourages you to follow that spark and spur of the moment to just say yes. I've really felt overwhelmed with just staying busy. And there's so much glorification around the hustle, having a busy schedule, hustling, having a part-time job, full-time job, always being busy and having that calendar full has been glorified for years and years and years. I'm definitely subject of that. I have felt the itch to expand, explore, and experience a lot more recently. Like, to be honest, if I am not on a plane discovering new places, cultures, religions, foods, and people for too long, I kind of start going stir crazy. It really just starts to eat away at me. I guess it's just the type of person I am, and honestly, what just brings me joy. And in those moments, it was almost like an automatic yes. It's almost as if the fear didn't quite exist yet. And I'm wondering if that fearlessness begins to dwindle away as we get older. It's almost like if you think about a child. And how they're completely fearless. They haven't learned how harsh the world can be. That's almost a blessing. Saying yes opens up your heart and your soul to possibility. And are you brave enough to find out? Saying yes to spearfishing with strangers in Madagascar while couch surfing through the country, and saying yes to a one-way ticket to China at 23 years old to backpack Southeast Asia for 8 months. Saying yes to moving to Sweden and then getting deported from Sweden. And more recently, saying yes to a complete stranger and turns out neighbor named Mike. So this is a video about my most recent yes, which led me to meeting my new neighbor and I think new friend named Mike. A month ago, when the ice probably had just fully frozen over, we saw him skate into our little pond with like a life jacket on, a whistle, ice picks, like the whole kit and caboodle. And Devin and I were like looking at him with our binoculars like, damn, A, this guy is ballsy, but B, okay, he actually seems to know what he's doing. Turns out he does. So when he invited me out, I was kind of like, you know what? Yes, absolutely yes. Okay. Chew, relax. Guys, I literally forgot my skates. Classic. Okay, I'm kitted up. Let's do this. Wish me luck. Good luck. Good luck. Wait, I'm gonna get my sunglasses too. All right. Bye.
Have a good time. Happy trails.
Now, I haven't owned a pair of skates in over 10 years, nor can I remember the last time that I went out skating, but man, am I ever happy that I did. As it turns out, and according to Mike, this phenomenon of the Ottawa-Gatineau River being completely frozen over and free from snow is actually a really rare occurrence and something that only happens every 5 to 10 years. So I was definitely stoked to take advantage of it. It's honestly insane to think how beautiful your own backyard is sometimes. Like, just, wow. Awesome day on the ice, Mike.
Awesome day out here. Wild ice is where it's at.
This is my first winter home in I think like 5 years and can confirm that this is absolutely the way to get through these cold, dark months by fully leaning in and making the most of winter activities like this. I think most people can relate in that I have an inexplicable fear of drowning, especially of falling through the ice. And while I did feel completely and totally safe with Mike, please know that you should never venture out onto wild ice without checking the thickness of it first.
So,
What is the safe thickness for the ice to be for a human to stand on?
Officially, it's 4 inches.
4 inches, okay.
And also have some of these really simple life-saving tools like ice picks, a whistle, and a life jacket. These really can be the difference between life and death, so please, please, please do not head out onto unknown ice without taking some necessary precautions like this. This one single outing with Mike turned into a full week of saying yes and venturing out onto the wild ice with him. This was the first time in my life to be out on a frozen river like this, which can be super dangerous if you don't know how to read the ice. Something that turns out Mike knows how to do very well. I learned that he's led ice expeditions all over the world. He's trained in emergency ice search and rescue and has even lived years of his life out on the ice. Turns out, Mike has lived quite the extraordinary life. As an expedition leader and renowned wildlife photographer, his work has been featured in some of the world's greatest magazines like National Geographic, Canadian Geographic, Equinox, Time Magazine, and Maclean's, just to name a few. We skated over 20 kilometers during our collective ice adventures together. He taught me how to read the ice, where to see current changes and shifts, how black ice is usually younger, freshly frozen ice, and that white ice is a lot older and likely more shallow. He shows me bubbles beneath the surface and explains that these are caused by methane from wetland activity or decaying logs at the bottom of the river. We also observed wolf tracks and the presence of beavers as well.
What's the most exciting wildlife that you've shot? Or a highlight for you?
I swim with whales a lot, so I spend
What?
thousands of hours swimming with whales.
What? That's literally my dream. I love whales so much. Whales and frogs are my favorite animals.
All right. We're kindred spirits. Frogs are my favorite little fellow.
Frogs are your favorite little fellows? I'm obsessed with frogs. Obsessed. You have a frog room? I have to come see your frog room. Are you kidding? What the hell? You have a frog room? I have a bug room. I'll show you my bug room. Let me go back. It's my bug and plant room. Because I love plants too.
I realize that it'll take a few more ice skating excursions to hear all of the stories that Mike has to share. Luckily, he seems to always be up for an adventure. A single yes led to a week of adventures, learning new things, and making a new friend that I probably would have never otherwise made. I think this year is the year of intentional yeses, not the yeses you feel guilted into or pressured to say yes to, and not the yeses that you instantly regret, but a yes that leaves you feeling fulfilled in a way that you're not left wondering, what if? I'm excited to see where this year of yes will lead me, and I'm sure I'll be sharing a lot of those experiences here on YouTube. So thanks for being here. Until next time.